Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, I know I posted a video about a week or so ago, it feels like forever, about the PC parts that came in. And as you can kind of see from my work table here in my living room, that there's been some progress going on. I just kind of wanted to do a update video because I've had two or three comments of people saying that they wanted to see the progress and what's going on. And this isn't going to be some polished video that you're used to seeing on PC builds. So here's my work table. I've been using this mat a lot. I love this mat. They can't really spell. My wife pointed out that it says patented powdoked, so it's not very good spelling, but it's an excellent silicone mat. So highly recommend that. I'll put a link down below where you can get one on Amazon. This is the current state of my table. Here is my parts that started off organized, and now it's just a bunch of mostly empty boxes and cables that I still have to go through and stuff down here. So let me show you the progress of what's been going on here. Here it is in all its glory. I've been working every single day on this, just a little bit at a time. But let me explain to you kind of what's going on here. If you guys are subscribers of my channel, you're probably used to a bunch of car stuff or woodworking stuff. I don't do a lot of PC build stuff, but the same mechanics apply. So and it's kind of interesting too, if you're new to this, I'm going to explain to you kind of what you're looking at here. A lot of what this machine is being made for is to do a lot of heavy workloads. So 3D rendering, modeling, stuff that requires a lot of resources that even some of your better computers can't really handle once you start loading them up with a lot of memory requirements. So what you're looking at here is very similar to how a car works. So instead of using fans, I mean, it has fans, but instead of using fans to primarily cool each component, so you got your CPU back there, that's your main processor underneath there. You got your GPUs, which are your graphics cards, and you got, some other various components here, but those two main components usually use fans to cool them down. These things get extremely hot when you're actually using them for work. So the way these cards came from the factory is this. They actually use a double fan method. I think these are the blower style, where they basically vent and cool the card down back here. That's where all the contact points are, where the cooling would happen. So basically the fans cool the actual card, and that's it. They rely on fan speed and air to cool the card. Well, when you have all this stuff closed up into a case, you're working with some hot air, and you can't get that thermal cooling like you can with water. So instead of using the fan method, what I've done is I've attached what's called water blocks to the back of the GPUs. And instead of using fans, which you would see here and here, you would see those fans here and here, you just have a plate. And inside of this plate, there are channels everywhere where water can flow in and run through the channels, and it uses a thermal cooling method to basically cool the metal where the metal to metal contact happens, and it actually transfer the cooling to the card. So it's a much more reliable and stable method to keep something cool, especially when it's under load. It'll keep a constant cool temperature. So the way all of it works is it goes right in here at the bottom of these reservoirs is a pump. It's a D5 water pump, and it basically pumps water. This is all filled with water. The whole system is filled with water, just like your car. It pumps water from here. There'll be a plumbing line down here. It goes into a massive 480 millimeter radiator. On the back side of those fans is a big radiator, just like your car has. And it runs all through the radiator. The fans cool the actual water as it comes out of the GPUs. It comes back through, which is here, comes up this pipe, runs through this card. There'll be a pipe here, runs through this card. That's called a serial connection. I'm not running a parallel connection. Serial connection. Runs through this card, cools this card down, comes back through into the reservoir, and it completes a loop. So that's a single loop on that side. And then on this side, there's another dedicated water pump reservoir and cooling path to just cool the CPU. So now the heat is transferred, or the heat is divided between GPU side and CPU side, so you're not adding that extra heat of the CPU, which gets really hot. Same principle applies. Another 480 mil radiator over here with 4 fans. It's overkill, but if I ever want to add to it, I can. Now, The gauges that I selected, these are actual commercial plumbing gauges by Winters. They measure temperature, they measure pressure. I haven't seen anybody do an analog gauge setup on their cooling rigs yet, but the reason why I'm doing this is, one, for aesthetics. It looks kind of cool. It's very kind of different, keeps a cool, clean look. I polished the brass on the fittings here to match the gold brass style look on the Titans. And basically what these are going to do is, at any time, I don't have to worry about digital gauges being out of sync or anything. I can actually physically look at my workstation and see where my temperatures are and what water pressure the system is running at. So these are actually the fill holes. So you would just take these off, fill the system, and then put the gauge back into the unit. So that's kind of, and this is also a fan controller down here. But as I go, I'll keep doing update videos of what's going on. But if you guys are new to it, and you're looking to try to build yourself a rig, you can do this. It's just a matter of time and money. So appreciate you guys watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And the next video, I'm hoping to kind of show the completed cooling loop. I'll dive more into detail on it. And yeah, get you in the next video.